Greetings everyone, my name is ThatValve, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered 6 viewer submitted levels, so in this part, I'll be covering at least 5 or 6 more viewer submitted levels, starting out with this one. Fort of Challenge Part 2 by ThatValvePersonMabrick, with 7 plays and a score of -1. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comments section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, a full disclaimer, this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I cover in these parts, so if you want to check if your level is covered, expand the description. So this is the second in a series of 5 challenge levels created by this author. This has a rather blank background though. Would have preferred if it was something different. Rather easy so far. I would have preferred if there was a background though. Okay, I think I had done them out of order. Well, of course I did, I used charge kick. I don't know why there was one in the bottom right though. Strange. Oh, and that was a troll one, or a trap one. Well, it isn't too far back, and I can always use stuff like the magnet beam, as well as charge kick to make this a bit easier. So I gotta be careful of some of these troll tops. Oh, I see. That's why. At least there's no invisible ceilings up above. Strange, I guess that's for some extra collectibles. No, that's the actual route. By taking the left ladder over there, I got a free E-tank. At least we have a background now. So I guess in that first segment we were trying to enter into the fortress from the bottom portion. And good checkpoint placement. Some ladder grabs over here, nothing too difficult so far. I don't need that E-tank, but I can still go for it with the charge kick. If I time it right. There we go. That's one way of collecting the E-tank from the other side. That's gonna be a little bit of a worrisome challenge. At least I have charge kick to make this a bit easier. Make sure to deal with them first so I don't accidentally die. Also another good checkpoint placement. Would have preferred if there was a background here. It being pitch black kinda detracts from the stage. Nonetheless, this is definitely harder than Fort of Challenge Part 1, especially near the beginning. And I was half expecting that to happen sometime. Oh well, at least the checkpoint placement is fair. And this is called Challenge Fort after all. Not to mention I have a bunch of special weaponry to make this stage a bit easier on myself too. Not to mention I have the Skull Bearer, which I forgot to utilize there. Oops. I should be utilizing it more for insurance purposes. Like if that happens. Oh goody, this room. Time for the Skull Bearer then. So this is a tap jumping room, I see. And with the Skull Bearer, I have at least some insurance to repeat this segment if necessary. You can do it at Buster only, but boy is it hair-raising. At the very least, there's a checkpoint both before and after this segment. So you dying here isn't much of a loss. And now we're combining usage of the springs and the flipping platforms. So I guess we're reaching the end of this stage. A little bit more difficult than the previous one, and I found it to be fun. Though I'd say to replace those black backgrounds with something else. We really don't need those plain backgrounds. Time to fight Napalm Man, whose weakness is probably the Firestorm. Nope. That's a change. Not that. Okay, Elect Beam. I mean Thunder Beam, sorry. If there's one thing I like about this stage, it's the checkpoint placement. It's very well done, a little bit more on the generous side, but there's always a checkpoint right before a difficult segment and right after it's done. So there's little to no repetition with this stage. I like the previous stage more, but nonetheless, I don't think it deserves a negative score. Second on the lineup is Three Choices by Panther35, with 18 plays and a score of 8. From their submission text, we basically have 3 choices at several junctions as to how to play this level. We even get a choice to play our character, if I recall correctly. But first we start out with the Mega Buster, with the Mega Man 5 charge shot, the best one. And here's our first key, and here's our first choice. Depending on which one we take, it'll make the stage easier or harder, so it adds to the replayability. So in this first junction, normally I take the dive missile, but for a change, I'll take the air shooter. As long as there are no fire bars, I think I'll avoid the ice slasher. Well, for taking the air shooter, we only get a measly E-tank. Oh well, I probably should have taken the ice slasher or dive missile instead. Yeah, I probably should have taken the ice slasher. At least I can hit enemies more easily from above. And there's our next choice. I now realize if I took another key I could have actually taken 2 choices in the next junction. Oh, I could have also gotten an E-tank, but I don't really need an E-tank, so... Let's go with Hyper Bomb. My second choice would be the Leaf Shield. I'd rather not take the Surf Snake. If I took the Leaf Shield, I would've gotten a key. Oh well, when I replay the stage, that means I can get a lot more special weapons in hindsight. So the next set of challenges will focus on the crash lifts. Thank you for warning me in advance. And now I'll wait for the crash lifts to return. This is one of those segments where the Leaf Shield would be better. Wow, I got kinda surprised by that fan fiend over there. I almost fell into the pit. And there's our final key, and our way out of there. Once I destroy all these tellies first. And there I died because I forgot to move to the left there. This is one of those places where I really wish I had access to the Leaf Shield. And that's how you're supposed to do that. I forgot I could just throw the Hyper Bomb that way. And now we fight 3 mini-bosses at once. The Tama Falls the easiest. The Tama Falls the easiest. And next up are these creatures. And next up are the hot dogs. Alright, choice number 3. I get the feeling that the perfect freeze will allow me access to another key, but I'd rather have the increased mobility with the charge kick. Never mind then. I need to have access to the shine in order to get the next key. Well, I do like that it shows in advance what the next gimmick will be, those being magnets. Yeah, having charge kick here makes this segment a lot easier. Okay then. Yeah, I forgot about that glitch. If you hold right against a magnet too close, you can end up glitching into the wall. Well, okay then, let's try it again, shall we? Okay then, this stage is impossible to complete, mainly due to an invisible wall over there, so I'll see you in the level editor then to skip over it. Alright, I used the level editor to place me right after the invisible blocks, which are right over here. Yes, you cannot cross them from the right or the left, so this stage is basically unbeatable. And this is the engine's fault, not you, Panda35, because I checked the level editor and I don't see any blocks over there, or any objects. So I decided to re-enable all the special weapons I would have had following this point, as well as the 2 E-tanks I would have had. And if I had a spare key, I would have access to the atomic fire there. So let's face the boss. It's rather unfortunate that the boss is just after that one point. I don't have his weakness, so I'll just use charge shots then. So that was the end of 3 choices. An interesting stage with quite a bit of replayability because at each junction point, you can always choose a different special weapon, and if you choose correctly, you gain access to an extra key which will help you unlock a secondary or a second special weapon at next junction point. Third on the lineup is SCWN-0009 Swamp Man by GTX-74 with 31 plays and a score of 6. Now, I meant to play SAN-001 Deep Man, also by the Silver Creator, but when I tried to locate it, it was deleted. So instead, I will play this stage. And we start out with a whole slew of special weaponry, and we have a choice of multiple characters. For a change, I'll play as Proto Man. Let's hope that he doesn't have the double damage received enabled. And we can only go to the right, it seems. Okay, we do have some alternate routes, it seems. So I will need to replay through the stage once again from the left side to see where it links up to. I'll play that with bass, of course. I'll gladly take that E-Tank, thank you very much. Assuming I can bounce up there. There we go. Just need to be careful about the spikes up there. Although, as long as I don't jump, it was fine. And just like most of the other stages by GTX-74 which have Roadmaster designations, this will be a traditional level. Thank you very much for the checkpoint. I'm doing rather poorly with this stage. I'm face tanking a lot of stuff. It was probably a better idea to utilize Mega Man here because I don't see that many projectiles being shot at me. Other than from the hotheads, of course. Oh well. And there's a second checkpoint, good placement, decently spaced apart. I thought the pathways will loop up to the left there, guess not. So I suppose the stage takes place in a mechanized tree or something. Huh. I need a key though in order to access that M-Tank, so guess it wasn't worth it. But where do I get a key though? Perhaps from the right side? Or did I miss something? Either way, it isn't too necessary because I already have access to an E-Tank. And the bosses at the end of GTX-74 stages usually aren't that difficult anyway. Plus there's a free E-Tank right over here as well. Huh, it says 1 tree over there, so I guess this is pathway 1 in tree or something? Or maybe it's a reference to the Roadmaster designation. Or perhaps it's the 13th stage that Jethawk74 made. Nonetheless, it's time to face the boss. I believe his weakness is going to be the firestorm, of course. Fire burns away wood, after all. Doesn't seem to be the case, though. Oh, wow. I didn't realize you can just reflect any projectile, even the boss projectiles, back at them. Even the special ones like the leaf shield. It deals a massive amount of damage. I mean, just look at it. Amazing, it acts like the Shine in that regard. I didn't expect Proto Shield to be that strong. Well, to be fair, it makes it a lot more useful to utilize in these games, because in the Mega Man Classic games it isn't that useful. Here it's a lot better. But of course, before I upvote this, I need to check out that outer outward base, the one that you have to climb the ladder upwards with. I didn't see a link-up point for the 2 pathways though. Perhaps it's there where I'll get access to the key or something. And we also have double jumping, good to know. Oh goody, this boss. This may prove to be a bit of a problem considering how low health I have. And I don't have any spare ERM tanks, and I don't remember hitting a checkpoint either. At least the Power Stone just makes minced meat out of the Whopper. That's good to know. That'll be really useful in future levels, assuming I can hit the Whopper with the Power Stone. Oh goody, another one. Or I can do that, of course, and not fight the boss at all. That works too. Oh boy, leaf shield time. Thank goodness it can actually just easily one-shot or two-shot that big croaker. There's a checkpoint and oh, this is where the 2 pathways loop up with each other. And that's how we get the key. Still, that was a more difficult segment to go through, especially as base. Nonetheless, I like this stage. It was a bit longer than a traditional classic Mega Man level in the NES, but it would fit nicely as a traditional Mega Man stage in a fan game. So I will give it a thumbs up. It's about 30 to 40 screens long, and good checkpoint placement and decent introduction of gimmicks. And overall, it was fun to go through. I do like how we have a separate pathway that's a bit more difficult to go through, but you get well rewarded with a key. That I do approve of. Fourth on the lineup is Wily's Hidden Warehouse by Tyler Bott, with 14 plays and a score of 2. Of course, over there it says Willy's Hidden Warehouse. I guess that's a reference to the mistranslation or misspelling of Dr. Wily's name back in Mega Man 7's intro crawl. Okay, Hyper Bomb top spin. Mega Man 3 control set, so classic Mega Buster, jump, shoot, and slide. No charge shots though. Gosh, I almost thought I was gonna fall there. Oh, I see, I need to use top spin over here. Knowing my luck with utilizing the top spin on the spines, I would have likely died over there if I didn't damage boost. So far so good, I guess we're entering the warehouse now. Yeah, definitely a warehouse, judging by the tile set. Huh, we have alternate pathways here. We can either go to the right, or go down over there. I'll take the lower route first, because I'm suspicious there's an extra goodie there. Okay then, by running face first into those count bombs, I immediately despawned them for whatever reason. Same here. Well, okay then. I guess it's an alternate route, so I will need to play through the stage again to see where the other route takes me. I quite like stages having alternate routes, as I mentioned before. It really adds to the replayability of these stages. That was a bit risky on my part. I could have died over there. Thank you for the checkpoint, I'll gladly utilize it. I suppose this is the more difficult route, but I'm not sure. And because this stage is utilizing teleporters quite a bit, I'm not sure where the two pathways loop up with each other. Nonetheless, I have nothing more to say about this stage. It's a really neat traditional or fortress level. Okay, that's where some of the pathways loop up with each other, or we see where we can get on different sides of it. Like, if I took the other route, I would have gotten access to an E-tank there. Oh, that's why. We need to wait for these footholders to come down. I guess that's what that lone footholder in the top left was for, to indicate that we have to wait for a footholder, not go down. Oh neat, we have a battle elevator basically. This stage has really good checkpoint placement. Now we need to go up this elevator with Colton's, as well as Sniper Joe's. And be careful not to get crushed against those blocks. I suppose we're making it near the end of this level, but I'm not sure. Okay, we fight Bomb Man now. Good. I wonder where the two pathways loop up with each other, but it's probably in an unknown location because this stage heavily utilizes Galaxy Man teleporters. Wow, it does no damage to him. Well, okay then. Buster time. He does take double damage from the Buster, so it isn't as bad. So that was the end of the lower pathway of Wily's hidden warehouse. So let's see where the upper pathway takes us to. So we're back at this split pathway, let's go to the right instead. So far so good, nothing too difficult. Let's see how this compares relative to the other pathway. Aha, so this is where the two pathways loop up with each other, although the lower pathway took longer to get through, so I'd say that's a bit more of the difficult one. Oh, and we're taking right over here. Well, okay then, so that ends this stage. Pretty neat level. It's currently my favorite level to part for sure. Nice design, I like all the challenges utilizing the green force beams to force you to be faster, the count bombs, as well as the various sets of enemies. Also, I did like the elevator segments near the end where we need to fight all those bunch of enemies. Though the beginning segment where you're forced to utilize the top spin, I feel that could have been taken out and the stage would be fine. Fifth on the lineup is Crystal Man Second Cross Revisited by JKS8213 with 13 plays and a score of 4. Okay then, so this is gonna be Crystal Man's second go at Mega Man. So essentially a remake of that level, I presume. Okay, and the majority of the special weapons originate from Mega Man 5, outside the NATO of course. So that's good to see, consistency. And we have the Mega Man 5 charge shot as well. Too bad we don't have the crystal droppers in this engine yet. Yeah, in this section there would be some crystal droppers, but of course there aren't any. So just jumping over pits and avoiding enemies. And here is the Crystal Joe in their native habitat. we have the option of playing as base. Sure, why not? After all, we do have access to double jumping now. But once I double jump, I lose access to my dashing momentum, as you see over there. So I gotta keep that in mind. Oh sure, let's play as Proto Man then, who has access to the Alpha Strike, so infinite charge shots. Amazing, this is gonna break the level. So a spike drop segment here. Nothing too bad, but boy, do some of the foreground and background assets, they kinda blend in with each other. Okay, we have two alternate routes we can go through. Never mind, this is just a room for an extra life and extra goodies, which I'll gladly take, by the way. I'm really liking this stage a lot more than JKS's previous stage. That looks a little bit suspicious there, that minor crevice. Nope, nothing there. It just looked so out of place that I thought there'd be a free E-tank on the left or something. Some levels have done that after all. Oh, the Subiels. It's been a while since we last saw them. We have three choices. I'll play as Proto Man. And thank you for the full refill. Nice usage of the weapon energy respawner. Time to fight Crystal Man for the third time ever since he was introduced. So that was the end of Crystal Man's Second Strike Revisited. Unlike the past few stages by JKS, I quite enjoyed it. It's a neat little remix/remake of Crystal Man's level, though this would have been improved quite a bit if this engine actually had crystal droppers, which was one of the main gimmicks of the original levels. So good work, JKS. This is my honorable mention of the part, I'd say. One of my honorable mentions. This level, as well as the two following levels, all by MAGMAX, are rather self-explanatory. So for the most part, I'll be silent throughout them and give my final thoughts once I complete the third and final one in the set. So 6th on the lineup is Rush Jet vs. Nightman by MAGMAX, 5 plays and a score of 2. 7th on the lineup is Rush Jet vs. Pharaoh Man, also by MAGMAX, with 7 plays and a score of 2. Eighth and final level of the part is Rush Jet vs. Top Man, also by MAGMAX, with 16 plays and a score of 4. So those are the 3 Rush Jet vs stages. I actually excluded 2 of them because they're too close to their version 2 counterparts. Yes, I actually covered version 2 of this series before version 1, though here Top Man is a lot more difficult to take care of if you do it the legitimate way, or rather not use a bottomless pit over there. He is easily the hardest because you can't hit him from below using the Mega Buster. You either need to utilize stuff like the Gravity Hold or the Windstorm in order to hit him that way, or survive long enough to get to the right so you can actually hit him properly. Outside of using bottomless pits, the next most difficult one would definitely be Pharaoh Man. It's really difficult to hit him when on the Rush Jet, so instead I decided to survive long enough to get to the right, and then use the Plant Beard to restore my health, and then use the full charge shots of the Mega Buster to deal with him. The first one against Nightman was definitely the easiest one because I kept shooting at him from the left, and he was almost never able to hit me with his mace. So overall, out of the 8 levels I played in this part, my favorite level would definitely be Willy's Hidden Warehouse, with an honorable mention going to both SCWN-0009 Swamp Man as well as Crystal Man's Second Cross Revisited. So in the next part, I'll be covering several more viewer submitted levels. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!